I was American born, and I'll die in America.
Welcome to our group. Welcome to Defender 7 has so much knowledge, and this ought to show it right here.
Do you or someone you know suffer from depression? If so, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Defender 7 Monday night show with your host, Colonel Kimberly PURVIS, and I'm your co-host and general of the Defender 7, Bobby Ormsby. Welcome. I apologize for not having our survival show on Saturday night, but I was in the woods with no connection. So we will be doing our Survival Saturday this Saturday coming up. Now, before we get on with the show tonight, I need to read a disclaimer for those of you that are new just tuning in. The views and opinions expressed on the Defenders 7 radio show and Facebook page are those of the callers and or authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Defenders 7. Now, for all you new people, we do have a website. If you type in all lowercase letters, www.defenders, Roman numeral V as in Victor, with 2 small i's.com. On our website, you'll find that we have a store and a donate button. All proceeds from the sales from our store and any donations go 100% back to our communities throughout all 50 states in a time of need. So please, by all means, purchase something or donate. Every dollar counts. That's the only way that we can be able to do what we do for our states and our communities. So please help us help you and your community in a time of need. We can also be reached on our national Facebook page by typing in the search box, all capital letters, Defenders 7. And before you hit that join button, just know we expect all of our members and future members to participate in all we do here in the Defender 7, which is meet and greets, which are face-to-face meetings with other defenders in your community, just to get to know each other, know what skills each other has, and what you have to contribute to our group, which everybody has it. They all have something to contribute. You might not think so, but we will find what you have. We're also on MeWe by clicking on organizations and scrolling down to Defenders 7, Humanitarian American Patriot Group. And as we always say, we are not a militia. And it's true, we're not. We're a Humanitarian American Patriot Group, here for the American people. We not only consider ourselves a group, but we are also one big extended family and treat each other as such. Now, for tonight's show and all the shows we do here on Blog Talk Radio, we enjoy it when you call in with your own opinions or just to add something to or help us finish a paragraph of maybe we're struggling with an answer to, whatever. And that number to call, area code 914-205-5773. Again, number to call, area code 914-205-5773. Now, before I turn the microphone over to your host, our Colonel Kimberly PURVIS, past few shows before we got into the show, I've been reaching out to people that are listening from Virginia, anywhere near Spotsylvania County. There's a young lady that's been missing since 2015. It's a cold case. But anything, if you can remember or know anything about the case, we direct you to our sister group that's attached to us, which is wecanbringyouhope.org. Or on Facebook, just type WCBYH and let one of the administrators know that you have information. Her name is Caitlin Akins. And that's one of the searches that I just completed this weekend in Virginia. We did find out a lot of information that is not known to the public, and we're presenting it to the proper authorities. But every little thing helps, even though you don't think it does. So by all means, please contact somebody or contact one of us here in the Defender 7. Let's bring this family some closure. And I thank you in advance. Now I'm here to bring on your host, our Colonel, Kimberly PURVIS. Hey, Kimberly.
Howdy, howdy.
What's happening?
Not a damn thing.
Did you miss me?
I did pretty good on Saturday. I was kind of bored, but I was like, damn. And see, I should have spent my time on my paper, but I did not. I will be doing it tonight. So after the show, woo! It's my own fault, so I can't say anything. But I have these. I don't know if a lot of people have this problem, and you might. My attention, and it's just a joke. I say this is a joke. I have the attention span of a goldfish, and we laugh about it, but my attention span really is about 10 minutes. That's it. I'm done. I'm surprised I make it through these shows. In all honesty, I really am. Because when I do my schoolwork, I have to read it, reread it, and reread it again, and I have to stop every 30 minutes and go, I don't care if I go get a drink, go to the bathroom, walk around the living room, or whatever, to keep my brain focused. Because it will wander. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this on our shows. Sometimes we do. Sometimes I feel like the dog. I don't know if you guys have seen that cartoon Up with the dogs, and they're talking, and they go,
yeah.
"Ooh, look, squirrel." That's my brain. I literally like, "Ooh, yeah," and I will do that. So don't mind me. But yeah, I really do have a short attention span, and it sucks, and I hate it. I will play movies and have no clue what I just watched. None. So I pretty much watch movies just for noise. And my son gets on me about it. He's like, Mom, you just played this movie yesterday. And I played it. Did I watch it? So I will watch the same. I shit you not, Bobby. I will watch the same movie 6 times in a week, and I might get the whole movie in the 6 different times that I watched it.
Oh, I know. I get the same way sometimes. I know. Believe me, I know.
Don't we have any birthdays, anniversaries?
Well, he doesn't listen to the show, and he's not really talking to me much, but my son just turned 36 today, so.
Oh. Is Kevin Lawson still in our group?
Yeah.
His mom's birthday is today.
Wait a minute, Kevin who?
I just saw it on Facebook. Is it Lawson?
Oh, no, Jeff.
You don't. Jeff, not Kevin, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff Lawson. Yeah, it's his mom's birthday today.
He's first lieutenant of Kentucky.
Oh, okay. No, like I told you, man, I don't even pay attention half the time. I just saw it on Facebook. He said, "Happy birthday, Mom," and so if he's listening or she's listening, whatever, we have no. I don't think we have any anniversaries, do we?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Okay. No anniversaries of any historical, whatever. None of that either. Wow. Okay. There is one thing I want to get into, which this has to do with what going over the Constitution.
Okay,
there was
before we
another
do
school
that,
shooting today.
Before we do that,
yeah,
the slacker finally showed up. The captain from Wisconsin, Lorna Munson.
Wisconsin.
I was trying to slide right in.
That's not easy to do.
No.
Not when I'm on.
Winston is present.
There was another school shooting today. Go figure.
Yeah,
in Knoxville,
I caught
Tennessee.
part of that. Yeah, I caught part of that. I didn't hear the whole thing, though.
And the riots in Minnesota are still going.
We could discuss that, too, before we get going. So one person was killed and a police officer was injured, and it's in the high school. And apparently Knoxville's having some issues with their teenagers in school. They had this was at one of their magnet schools.
Wow.
Yeah. These hoity-toity, uppity friggin' schools. But they said there were 2 students who got into an argument. A 16-year-old and a 15-year-old were shot. And then there was another one. Yeah, the 14 to 16-year-old was on Friday. And then I thought there was a third one. Might have, because I'm looking at this article, but no. Yeah, they secured the building, and they don't know why the kid did it or what. So now I'm not dismissing this by any means as, just another kid, whatever. But I find a lot of this suspicious in light of what's going on right now. I really do. Because it's just a little too coincidental, if you ask me, with what they're with the crap they're trying to pull right now, what Biden's trying to pull. And was it yesterday that in Minnesota that the cop shot the kid, the 21-year-old kid?
That was yesterday.
His mom is begging people to stop fighting, stop the violence. Okay, here's the thing, and this is what I don't get, okay? Huh?
Well, so did Floyd's family. Asked him not to fight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But here's the thing, and look, and I'm sorry if I ruffle a few butt feathers. That's not my problem. That's yours. I'm not necessarily just talking to you guys. Here's the thing. When George Floyd died, and I'm not using the word killed, I'm using the word died, okay? All of this looting and rioting went on for, 8 months? And
for
all of that time. Yeah, and for all of that time, how many people knew George Floyd? A handful?
Yeah.
None of it was over George Floyd. It's over the fact that these people, when I say these people, I mean black, white, Hispanic, whoever did what. I'm not saying these people like people get a butt hurt about it. The people that rioted and looted. I think, and the same thing that's going on about this 21-year-old kid. He had a warrant for his arrest. The cop told him to get out of the car, and he backed up, got in his car, took off, and drove away, and then wrecked his car. Okay. And then now there's rioting and looting. They destroyed a cop car and all of this shit. One, I think they do it just so they can riot and loot and destroy property and not have to pay for it. Well, because that's who they are.
I caught a little bit of it tonight on the news, and it had something to do with he was going to tase him, and then for some odd reason she grabbed her gun and shot him instead of using the taser.
And I'm not going to make excuses for that. And yes, it could be one of a few things. She got scared, right, because of all the shit going on, how they're killing cops left and right. Or she was ignorant and grabbed her taser, which is kind of hard to distinguish. I mean, mistake the two. One's big orange and yellow, and the other one comes out of your holster. So I'm not going to make any qualms. I'm not going to say anything about it. You know, I don't know all the evidence with it.
I didn't hear the whole thing on it, but that's just a little bit a piece of what I had heard on the news.
Oh, I haven't even heard that. I just saw the videos of them rioting and looting. Now, here's the kicker. January 6th, I guess 300 people decided they want to go and invade the Capitol building. Okay. Yes. Was it stupid? Yes, by all means. Should the people that destroyed some of the Capitol get put in jail? Yes, they should. Whoever did what should actually pay the price for what they did. Here's the thing. Why are they making them pay the ultimate price? But these jackasses that are destroying government property being taken to jail, they're going to let it go. How many billions of dollars in damage have they caused? Portland, Chicago, where else? Minneapolis. I mean, all of these places. And they get bailed out by the Democrats. You know, I think it's a little too, I don't know, it's getting sickening how these kids can do whatever the hell they want and not pay the price. Because I'm telling you what, back in the day, there was no running to mommy and daddy. There was no, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I got my ass beat for anything that I did wrong or was in close resemblance to standing in the nearest proximity, if you know what I mean. I was the oldest. You should have known better. Smack upside the head. And I didn't do shit. So, the other thing is, where are these parents? Where are their parents? To make them, I mean, granted, I know some of them are probably in their 20s, but still, where are their parents? You should have raised them better. I'm sorry. So, I'm off my soapbox. Bobby, you got any input about it before we get going?
He's napping.
No, I'm not napping. I'm right here.
Any
I'm not
input
Lorna.
as to what you think about either thing, either situation?
My whole thing is it's all Democratic control. It's set up by them.
Oh yeah.
Just another way of going after our law enforcement and trying to commit that racial divide.
Oh yeah. Did you see how they destroyed the cop car?
Yeah, I know. It just cracks me up that, if one of them officers, instead of tasing or shooting them, they just happen to pull them off and they fall down and break their freaking neck, they're held liable for it. That's BS.
Oh, I know. Whatever happened to you do the crime, you do the time.
You do the time.
I mean, he's 21
that
years old.
Yeah. That only goes for law-abiding citizens.
Well, true. Which goes along with these ridiculous gun grab bullshit, But we'll save that one for Thursday, because there's a lot to go with that one too. So last week we covered all of the amendments, and I kept the articles for tonight because I thought, don't get me wrong, they're both important, but it was the amendment part that we really needed to stress. And I have been noticing a lot of people saying we don't have any constitutional right to bitch about being forced to take the vaccine. And I want to say you're full of shit, the person that told me that. Let's see, here it is. Hold on. Okay. See, the 14th Amendment guarantees that the government cannot force you to take a vaccine that you don't want. Okay? It says all persons, this is a 14th Amendment, Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States, which means you're born here or you came here legally. Got your green card, get your school, whatever you have to do, and then get your residency. Okay. And subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privilege or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process. Right there in black and white. They can't make you do crap that you don't want to do. So, get you a book of the Constitution, and you have that with you, so you can show these idiots. But in Connecticut, they're forcing people. I saw the video. I read the articles. The mayor of what did I say it was? New Haven was going door to door with other people from the office and asking them if they've had their vaccine. FEMA has some kind of mobile setup, and they're making people get the vaccine. Now, I saw a video today about these people crying, right? So someone says, well, they look like they were just scared of needles. Okay, they could have been. But the first one was a grown adult. And she said she did not want the vaccine, and they forced her to get it anyway. So, sorry, no can do. That has nothing to do with being a fear of needles. So, anywho, Article 1, Section 1 is in regards to Congress. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives. Section 2 is the House of Representatives. Bobby, how do you want to do this? Because some of these sections are like so long-winded. You just want to kind of summarize what exactly they do. Okay, because some of do you have that one? The link that I gave you?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. So everyone knows that the House of Representatives, every 2 years, you vote. My advice is please, on next year, go out and vote. Get these liberal nut jobs out of office before they destroy America. If we have one left by next year.
We got number 2 slacker with us.
Woo!
Lieutenant General Weathers.
I'm always driving home. What are you talking about?
No way. He calls in on a non-work
all the way home.
He calls in on a non-work day.
Okay, so all House of Representatives have to be 25 years old or older in order for them to be a representative. Someone needs to tell that
Tim,
to AOC
before you start on that part, I want to bring back what you said about up there in Northeast where they were going door to door.
Yeah.
The first person that comes to my door trying to demand me to get that shot, they will get a shot to the head. Plain
they'll
and
get
simple.
lead poisoning.
Oh,
They'll get
yeah.
lead poisoning. Because that shit's not going to fly with me. I mean, one, you got to get through a fence.
People.
I mean, for one thing, I sit here, like I said, I sit here at my front my window, and I see who comes up to the house. And so here's the way I look at it. You got to get past my dogs. If you get past the dogs, then you got to get past me. So more power to you. So it's just not going to wash.
I'm not going to play that bullshit. Nobody's going to force me to do nothing that I don't want to do.
Connecticut's Democrat. It's up north. It's all liberal pansy bullshit. And
yeah, I know.
They don't even see, and this is what people are saying. No one's going to stand up to the government. No one's going to stand up and just hand your guns over and you're going to stand in the line and get a shot. Want to bet? Because here's what I am saying personally myself. If this stuff starts going nationwide, right, and you don't hear from me for 2 days by either Facebook or Messenger or Telegram or the show, whatever, you know they came to my door and I went down fighting. That's it. I will go down fighting, and that's all there is to it.
Yep. Well,
come on, I already proved to the sheeple in Popeyes over the weekend when I got thrown out of Popeyes.
For what?
For not wearing a mask and refusing to.
How many people actually seen that video from Czechoslovakia that Bobby posted on our page?
Which one?
The girl from the Czechoslovakia.
What was it about? I've seen so many videos. That's what I'm saying.
Well, she was letting everybody know here in America how they had their Civil War back in the 80s, and it's happening right here in America the way they're doing it. They're dividing.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to see it.
Oh, I put stuff up, you know, and I know I push my luck. I push my luck every day on Facebook. I gave up my Twitter because Twitter, I don't know how they do it, but I had followers, a few hundred. I know I didn't have a whole lot. I really didn't care. Well, no, they're enough to care. I now have 0. And I'm like, well, the hell with it. Why bother keeping it? You know, get rid of it. And I will say the most controversial thing. Nobody sees it.
My biggest thing is Facebook is part of it. Social media is part of it. And, you know, they're dividing the country on purpose. That's how they will take control. People, and I'm on this other Facebook group on vaccinations, and it kills me how many people are giving in to these damn stupid shots that is more deadlier than the virus itself. That's what gets me.
Okay, here's the thing. It's kind of like at St. Vincent's Island in the Caribbean. 20,000 people had to be evacuated, and only those who took the vaccine were allowed to get evacuated. And then what you call it, where you go, I don't want to say sanctuary, but you know what I'm talking about, like a nuclear fallout shelter, whatever.
Right.
They don't have enough room for the rest of the people. But here's the thing. If you don't have a vaccine, you don't get into there either. So what this is turning out to be is crimes against humanity.
Right. It's a scare tactic. That's all it is, a scare tactic.
I saw a video of a guy who broke his neck, and the hospital will not treat him because he refuses to get the vaccine and get tested. So they won't treat him. So that's going against their oath, their Hippocratic oath. See, even nurses, I even took one. And so the guy's like, I don't know, we'll see what happens. And I told him, I said, look, man, have your family take you to another hospital. I mean, because that's against, you can't do that. I'm sorry, that's just bullshit. It's not like we're the third world country yet.
Yeah, I know. But they're making it into one.
Oh, I know. So,
you know, with the riots and burglaries and, you know, everything that is going on, it's no different than Czechoslovakia, the Republic, against Mother Russia. It's no different.
Oh, yeah. No.
You know, it will be a civil war. And
here's the thing.
It's coming. I mean, I see it. How many times do you not wear a mask in the store? How many looks do you actually get?
Lately, I've been getting a lot more for some reason. And they lifted our mask mandate. Our governor said it's up to each county what they want to do. So she lifted the mask mandate, even though she's a Democrat, and everyone fought her tooth and nail. So they got rid of the mask mandate, and said the county's like, no, you got to keep wearing it. But now it's not a mandate, but it's suggested. And there's signs. They changed the signs. Now it says it's suggested you wear a mask, right? A lot of, like our gas stations, they're no longer wearing masks, the employees.
In the town next to ours, they put it in law that if you get caught without a mask, the automatic $200 fine.
Yeah, go ahead, find me.
That's what I said.
What are they going to do, put everybody in jail?
That's what I said.
Be the first one to challenge it. Guarantee you they'll wind up owing you money before you walk out.
Oh, I know that.
That's like all these pastors, though. There's the one in California. He's got $2 million in fines because he refuses to close his church. The one that I went to in Tennessee, Pastor Locke, They had 1,200 people for Easter. They had protesters across the street because he refused to close his church for Easter. So, well, one point I'm trying to make is, look, if you say you're not going to give in, you're going to stand up for your religious beliefs, whatever it may be, I don't care. If you want to go to church and your church is open, stand up for your right, for your religious right. Stand up for your constitutional Second Amendment right, not to be forced to take this vaccine. Don't back down. See, that's where the government is scared. They don't know what the resolve is going to be for every red-blooded American. Are you willing to give your life to stand for what you believe in?
You're damn right I will.
I've
already
signed
took
that
the
oath. Yeah, we took that oath once,
That's
and
right.
I'll do it again. Now, here's the difference. What's that saying? Crap! I have to think of it. As I think of it, I'll bring it up.
Nobody relieves us of our duty.
No.
Even though we got out of the military, nobody relieves us of our duty, and I will fight to my death to have our constitutional rights and the land of the free. And the only reason it's the land of the free is because of the home of the brave. I will not give in to nothing.
Or as they say, never give up, never surrender.
Exactly. I'd much rather die on my feet than beg for mercy on my knees. There's only one.
I'll die on my knees. I'll die on my knees as long as I'm shooting on the way going down. I'm not going to beg for my life.
There's only one that I would get on my knees for, and that's God himself.
Yep. But see, that's what I'm saying. You have to have and what's wrong with this country is there's a lack of morals, a lack of common sense. I don't know.
Well, there's several. There's lack of work ethic. There's lack of common sense. Stupidity is running rampant in this country. That is the biggest one. And you know, if people would do their own homework and, you know, do their own research on this shit, people would agree with what we're saying. I mean, we would have more people on our side going against the government.
And I think a lot of people are just plain old scared because one of my friends got the shot, and she's sick now. And I told her, well, I hope you feel better. And I said, there's no way in hell I'll take an experimental drug. And I was talking about that a little bit, and then somebody else chimed in, even for COVID, and I said especially for COVID when it's 99.5% survival rate.
Right. Exactly right.
Well, that link that was it Jennifer had put in our chat room. I'm going to actually go over that tomorrow, and I'm going to do more research on all 4 vaccines, the pros and cons. Here's the thing. I'm not saying don't get it, and I'm not saying to get it. It's a decision that you have to make for yourself.
Here's the
just
thing.
be well informed before you do it.
If you're going to do research on that, Kim,
yeah,
find out what is in the ingredients in that shot. Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's
all
what I'm
4
doing.
of them.
Oh yeah, I'm going to look at what's the ingredients and what are the possible. I'm not going to say, well, what is the side effects from Moderna? No. I'm going to say, I'm going to look at each ingredient and put what are the possible side effects of X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to just leave it up to them to answer it. Because, no. Oh, but I did find what I was trying to say. It's I would rather stand with God and be judged by the world than to stand with the world and be judged by God.
Exactly.
So that's from my belief, my personal belief. If you're going to say you're going to do it, then do it. Don't. I'm not going to pander to these liberals. And
no, I'm not either.
So I know where I'm going, so I don't really care. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I think we all feel the same way as you do, Kim.
Well, I don't. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to
offend a lot of our
other
listeners
religions.
is what, when I see my family members and stuff that are going to get this shot, and I'm doing everything I can to talk them out of it. I mean,
me too.
Don't feel like you're being forced, because I'm going to tell you right now, well, I'm a rebellion anyway. Nobody in this world is going to tell me what I can and cannot do. Simple as that.
And here's the thing. If this virus was so deadly, why are they pushing, and to remind you, I mean, it's like they're pushing too much. When the survival rate is 99.9%, and it drops to 98% for over 65. If it's such a high survival rate, why? It's like, they've never done this for any other illness. Sorry. Not
because
TB.
Like I said, it's the government, it's money and control. That's what it boils down to.
They're really trying to get the Agenda 21. It's what they have to. America has to comply. And Trump already told them, we're not going to comply. We're not going to do it. And so what I think is, if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of countries around the world right now that they're starting to say, you know what, screw this shit. We're not doing it. And I think in what they're doing is in hopes that America says, you know what, I'm done. Because if America falls, everybody else will fall in place.
Exactly.
The wishy-washy countries.
Because America is the last free nation in the entire world.
Oh, yeah. We're the only one with a constitution. The only one.
Exactly.
And for anyone that's listening that's in another country,
our own government is not abiding by the Constitution. And I'm talking, when I say this, it's not just the politicians in Washington, D.C. We have judges. We have lawyers. We have police. We have all kinds of people in high places that are not abiding by the Constitution. We do have a lot of good first responders all around this country that has already said, just for the Second Amendment, they will not enforce it. They will not enforce it. I've heard that they will hire different contractors to go door to door to confiscate guns if that's what it takes.
It's the what the hell? The Department of shit. You know what I'm talking
ATF?
about. It's like no, not the ATF.
Or should I say ANF or whatever the hell Biden? Whatever AFT? Biden said. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the AFT. No. This is like when Obama, they all went out and bought all the 22 ammo. They went out and bought all the 223, all of that. DHS, not DHS. Who the hell is it? Shit. It's kind of like the Secret Service and the CIA and all them little alphabet soups.
NIA.
It'll be them.
NIA.
If it comes around and does it. No. I'll think of it. Just give me a minute. I'll think of it. It just usually does.
Federal Bureau.
Ask one of your other.
The FBI. No.
Federal Bureau of Idiots.
Yeah. Not the NSA. Jesus, I'll think of it later. But see, here's the thing. I don't want to have to shoot a soldier.
Nobody does.
Or a cop trying to do what they're being told to do. And the first thing I'm going to tell them is, look, you can turn around and walk away. I do not want to do this. But you're not coming in my house, and you're not taking my guns. I will defend myself. And that's all there is to it. So,
that's my God-given
alphabet
right.
soup, but alphabet soup, they come around, I don't give a shit. No. You're like the UN with the blue helmets. You're nothing but a target. You know, that's all there is to it. I'm going to shoot my dog is what I'm going to do because he won't shut up. Whiny little turd. Oh, my God. They just, I hate to tell my neighbor. My dogs just don't like you, dude. They don't. I've been here a year and a half, and they see him like 10 times a day, and they will attack each other to bark at him. But anybody else, they don't care. I'm like, dude, they just don't like you. But, yeah, they got their ass busted today because they went at it, and they almost attacked each other. So, and I swear to God, this dog is getting on my last nerve. So anyway, the House of Representatives, let's get back on track. The House of Representatives is elected every 2 years. We know they're not doing their job, as we can tell. Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. I'm just trying to skim through it. So if there's a vacancy that happens, the executive authority thereof shall issue writs of election. So, like, I know we've had a couple of these representatives that may have died, and they just have another election. I don't know it doesn't say how long it has to be. Like, is it right away they would have one? Because it does not say in this section how long they wait, or they wait to the next one. You guys know? Section 3 is on the Senate, and each there's 2 senators for each state, except for California, where you know they have 400,000 of them. And honest to God, I think California needs to be divided in half. So the north part of California is actually properly represented, because they're not right now. They got Piglosi and Chucky. Let's see. Okay, so basically what it says here, I know this is what it says for the senators, but it doesn't say for Congress. So if someone dies or they retire or impeached, whatever you want to call it, the state, the executive thereof make a temporary appointment until the next meeting of legislature. Then they could fill the vacancy. I don't know which one it was, which state, or which. The husband was the member, was a politician. He died, and his wife has taken over. I guess she's in politics too, but I can't think of what state that was. And it was this year. So you have to be 30 years old to be senator, which it should be 35. I'm sorry, it's just my opinion. And I say this, I'm really opinionated about it. At 25 years old for Congress, you haven't lived life long enough to know shit. Sorry. But you should be able to pass laws or bills or whatever the hell it is that you do over there, if you haven't even lived life yet, I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion. Same thing with senators. I think it needs to be 35, to be honest, for the same reason. You have too much power. In perfect example, AOC. That's a prime example. You should have to take an IQ test before you can run for politics, because she would not be in the position she is. So, like Trump's 2 fake impeachments, Congress has to pass their legislation. You know, they do their little whatever they do. The second one was bullshit because Trump did not have witnesses. He did not have an attorney. He was not present. So I'm sorry, but the second impeachment was bogus. So it's up to the Senate, and this is why I say they had too much power at a young age. They decide. They're the be-all and end-all of every bill or whatever that goes through. So, and I think this is why you have to be mature enough to be able to handle that. Section 4 has to do with elections. I'm trying to see here. So Congress has to meet at least once every year. And it should be on the first Monday in December, unless they appoint a different day, which I thought it was. Oh, no, that was the Senate. Never mind. Sorry, guys. If you guys want to, like, chime in anytime, go right ahead. Don't feel like you can't. Ding, ding. Go ahead. If I miss something or, you know, I can't think of everything, you know. Geez. When does the Senate meet? Because this was Congress here. So Congress meets in December. When does the Senate meet? Once a year. Or supposed to, I should say. Was it at the beginning of the year?
I think so.
Yeah, because remember Mitch McConnell said he wasn't going to bring the Senate back until after to do the so-called fake vote for the to do the impeachment trial bullshit. I can't remember when they meet once a year, but I'm sorry, but these assholes that get paid what they get paid, they need to work and actually earn what they get paid. Athletes get paid more than them, and look what they go through for the most part. Look at the crap they go through. If you're going to be that rich and make money off of lies, earn it at least. Do your damn job. So Section 5 covers powers and duties of Congress. Let's see. So each house shall be the judge of the elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members. So, see, they're not doing that, in my opinion. They're not keeping, I don't say how you would put this. When someone gets out of line, they're not keeping them together, if you know what I mean. Except for what they did to Marjorie Taylor Greene in, was it Florida? Is that where she's from?
Who?
The new one that just got elected, and they stripped her of all of her duties.
Was it Florida?
I don't know. I just know it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. And because she posed with an AR-15 and said, "You're not taking my guns," and all this other shit, Pelosi stripped her of all of her committees and everything else, which is crap. Because little Asian lover boy who's sleeping with a Chinese spy, he gets to keep all of his. So there's supposed to be checks and balances. While you have the House, you have the Senate, and the Supreme Court, which is another topic we're going to talk about Thursday anyway. But there's no checks and balances for people like Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi. There is none. Because just because she's the Speaker of the House don't mean crap. You are not the almighty. And I think she's got way too much. The power's gone to her head, actually. So I just think she's pushing her luck. Let's see. I'll skip that part because I'm a little. Okay, so each house also determines the rules of its proceedings and punish its members for disorderly behavior. Kind of like when, what's her face, who voted to impeach Trump both times, and she's catching flack for it. Is it McCain? Or who was it? She's up north, up one of those states up there. You guys got to help me out here. Part of the 6 congressmen that crossed over, and then the senators. You guys think who they are?
I have no clue.
Guys are useless. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the 6 useless senators who voted to impeach. I'll tell you who it is in a minute.
Bobby will be right back. He's changing his depends.
No, that's Lorna.
All right, hold on. The 6 senators, and I know. Hold on, I gotta find who she is. Come on, where's she at? Well, good Lord. And Raskin, he's a joke. I'm sorry. Oh my God. It doesn't even say. You butthole. Well, one was Mitt Romney, and that useless person, they're going to primary them out. They're just going to vote them out because they know they're screwed. Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, Pat Toomey, Susan Collins. Who was it? I thought McCain, or I can't remember what her name was, but they wanted to strip her of her powers that she had, and that's when McCarthy said no. She did what she thought was right, which I think is bullshit, because if you're going to strip them from one person, you got to do the same thing for everybody. That's just the way it works, But anywho, Section 6 has to do with the rights and disabilities of members. Section 7 is the legislative process. I'm trying to go over just the pertinent information, which, by the way, I think it's crap how they should get this golden parachute from serving 400 years as a senator or congressman, and I really believe it should be the most you should be able to serve is 20 years. That's it. And I don't think it should be concurrent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you serve 20 years, you take a break for one cycle and then get reelected. No, that's not how it works. I think you should only get 20 years and that's it. Not 20 years and then sit out 4 years and then come back for 20 more. No, that's because we end up with Biden. That's why we need to shit. So the powers of Congress. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, impost, and excises to pay the debt and provide the common defense and general welfare of the United States. It doesn't mean put us in – we're so far in debt right now, we will never get out of debt. Ever. Would you happen to – hold on a second. Let me find out what our national debt is. What is the national debt? The national debt clock. I think it's Jesus. It's up to $28 trillion. And in 1 year, it's gone up about $8 trillion. That's ridiculous. And the only way, and I think why they're doing this, the only way is to create the one world government and one world currency, which China's already started, by the way. They've started their digital currency. So Congress's job is to borrow money on the credit of the United States, which our credit rating has dropped to, was it AA or A? I know it was AAA credit, and I know we dropped drastically, to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states with the Indian tribes, establish a uniform rule of naturalization and uniform laws on the subject of bankruptcies throughout the United States, to coin money, provide the punishment for counterfeiting, to establish post offices and post roads, which I don't know why they're doing that, because post office is a joke. They're so far in debt. They're $20 billion in debt. Don't yawn. I heard that.
Yeah, Lorna.
That was not me.
Okay, I don't
me.
get this. Look, I don't get this bullshit thing, and this is where part of their pork bill, to promote the progress of science and useful arts. Why? Leave it up to the damn state. That should be a state thing, not a federal thing. See, the federal government should have nothing to do with museums. Nothing at all. That should be a state-run. Never mind, I'm getting on my soapbox again. To constitute tribunals that are inferior to the
Kim,
Supreme Court. Yeah.
Pick one of your. Now I lost it. Pick one of your. Huh? Pick one of your personalities and stick with that, and stop trying to combine your 10 personalities.
Hey, sure. Look. See, here's what's happening. My calm, my zen, peaceful personality is trying to do this, and then every now and then, one of my other ones will, put their 2 cents in. And if I get on my soapbox, I'm not getting off.
Now you got Lorna in your ear.
I did not know that Congress does tribunals. I thought tribunals were strictly for military.
No, it's not just for military. It's for politicians, too.
No, I know, but
Government.
I thought, never mind, that's a military tribunal. I was thinking that the military did all, politicians and military. Oh, okay.
No, there is a difference. There is the military tribunal, and then there's the tribunal.
Okay, cool. The Congress is also supposed to define and punish piracies and felonies. When you make them fake DVDs and pirate movies. Yeah, I think that's what it's referring to, I believe. To declare war, grant letters of marque or and reprisal, and make rules concerning captures on land and water. To raise and support armies, to provide and maintain a navy. Wow, looky. Guess who's not in here? The Marines. It's just the Army and the Navy.
Because they're busy eating crayons.
I know. To provide. Now listen, okay, because
green is their
the
favorite
Second
color,
Amendment.
or red.
Green. To provide for calling forth the militia to execute the laws of the Union suppress insurrection, and repel invasions. So why are they bitching about the Second Amendment in a well-regulated militia when that's their job? Unless they're considering the National Guard the militia. I don't know. Wasn't there something about what Hinkle was trying to tell us about the Guard? They're not under active duty, so they're like a separate, I don't want to say entity, but so here's some powers denied to Congress. This is section 9. I told you this is like long and drawn out and wordy. That's why I said it's going to take forever. So the migration or importation of such persons as in any of the states now existing, shall think proper to admit, shall not be permitted or prohibited by the Congress prior to the year 1888, but a tax or duty may be imposed on such importation not exceeding $10. Okay. The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended, except in cases of rebellion or invasion. Let's see. No tax or duty shall be laid on articles exported from any state. Yada yada shmada. So Section 10 goes powers denied to the states. Really doesn't apply to everybody. Article 2, Section 1. Good God. The executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years with the vice president until January 20th at noon. And it just talks about the electors and doing all that, blah, blah, blah. So in case of the removal of the president from office by death, resignation, or inability to discharge the powers and duties of said office, the same shall devolve on the vice president. And the Congress may by law provide for the case of removal, which is the 25th Amendment. So, yeah, and then the vice president becomes president, and then the Speaker of the House becomes vice president, or they can pick their own. God forbid if Nancy Pelosi ever became vice president. Section 2 is the president shall be the commander-in-chief of the Army and the Navy and of the militia. Why is the Marines and the weren't the Marines around way back when? I thought the Marines were older than the Army. You guys know?
No, I forget this year. I think the Marines aren't they after the Civil War?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was the Marines were actually founded in that bar in Boston, Massachusetts, I believe.
Oh,
I believe.
Let's see.
And the Air Force wasn't ever the Air Force. It was actually the Army National Air Guard or something like that.
Yeah. I know the Army is like 200 and, let's see, she'd be like 245 years old, I think, somewhere around there.
But the United States Navy, I think, is the oldest out of all of them.
1775,
No.
the Marines became a unit.
Yeah, the Marine Corps started in 1775.
Yeah, but when did the Navy start?
Hold on.
Well, maybe it's the SEALs I'm thinking of.
Hold on.
The SEALs weren't even around. What year? I can't even remember now. who actually
The Army.
was it Johnson that started the Navy SEALs for Special Forces? Bobby, you ought to know.
I know, slacker. The Army
What
is
the hell,
245
slacker?
years old.
What is it?
Oh, both the Army and the Marines started in 1775.
1798.
Okay, but when did the Navy start?
Okay,
1798. 1798.
Okay.
Was it
the
in
Navy?
1798?
That's what it said.
Okay.
No, it was in 1798. That's
Bobby
where they
should
got
know.
the.
He was there.
That's where they got the term
Navy was
frogman.
found. The Navy was found October 13th, 1775. All three started at the same time. The same year, I should say.
Okay. Well, okay,
Yeah.
so when did they implement the Navy SEAL training?
Okay.
Wasn't it
Well,
the
that's what I'm
President
saying.
Johnson who actually brought that? Bobby, you ought to know this shit. Come on. Where are you at, Frogman? Or Tadpole?
He did.
He was there.
Kennedy started the Navy SEALs.
Okay, so it was So it wasn't Johnson; it was Kennedy that did it.
He started it January 1st of 1962. No. My point is, why are they saying the Navy and the Army and not the Marines? Because unless the Marines were started after this was written, so that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So basically, it takes 2/3 of either Congress or the Senate to do anything. Now they have this simple majority, and and what's the other one? Like to pass certain bills, they have to have 51 senators or whatever it is, and like to pass Biden's bullshit, I'm going to take your guns, it takes 60. So it's more than a simple majority, actually. So, all right, let's go. So the president shall have power to fill up all vacancies that happen upon during the recess of the Senate by granting commissions, which shall expire at the end of their next session. Section 3, he shall from time to time give to the Congress information of the State of the Union and recommend to the consideration, which we did not have a State of the Union because Biden's not president. But that's what he's supposed to do, and he never did. Section 4, the president, vice president, and all civil officers shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. And that's how they tried to get President Trump. But the FBI has already said that January 6th was not a reason to do it because they said it was all lies. So Article 3 talks about the judicial power of the United States is the Supreme Court. And right now it's, 9 Supreme Court judges? I believe it's 6-3, 6 conservatives, 3 liberals. And Biden created this one-sided committee to come at the end of 180 days, decide whether or not they're going to add 3 more Democrats to the Supreme Court and pack the court, and then he's going to do 3 more. So he wants to add 6 Supreme Court judges, so it's off balance.
He
and then
cannot
that will give
do that.
Why?
Because nobody is retiring or dying yet. They can't add any more than what they already have.
But see, I know, and that's why he's made this committee, and I don't understand. If he can't do it, why is he saying he's going to do it? And see, I think, my personal opinion, why he's signing so many executive orders, because if he packs the court like he said he's going to, it won't matter. Nothing, because he can do whatever executive order he wants, and then it could go right to the Supreme Court, and they're going to say, nope, it's not bad, let it go. Hold on. Kim Biden, add more. I'm serious. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. See, he's saying he created this commission to expand the Supreme Court. Is it possible? Let me look up. I'm going to make sure I got the right articles, because I don't like, Clinton News Network.
Clinton News Network.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Or Criminal News Network, whatever you want to call it. So Roosevelt tried to pack the Supreme Court, and it wouldn't go through. I'm trying to see. Oh, Jesus, this is the whole. I'm trying to see. You guys can chit chat while I'm trying to find this. Nope, that's not going to be it. I hate looking for the right. Like I said, I hate looking for the right article. Is it possible? And it keeps going back to the same article. So, hold on, here it is. I hope. You guys talk too much. I swear.
Hey, I put in the
You're the
telegram
one that's
room.
doing most of the shit, so you continue on.
Hey, I said you guys can chime in anytime you want.
Well, one of the other personalities could
Hey,
take over.
between you and your 9 personalities, you're doing just fine.
Shut up. Listen, the reason why there's 9 Supreme Court justices is because there's 9 federal court districts. That's why. But now they have 13 districts. So 11 districts plus D.C. plus federal. And what's going to happen is they're saying that there needs to be 13 Supreme Court justices, which would add 4 more. And that's what Biden wants to do. There's nothing that says he can't do it, because you're supposed to have 1 for every district is what it is, which is crap. Okay, let's get back to I'm trying to skim through this because I don't know everything about the Constitution. Okay, so Section 3 is treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or on confession in open court. The Congress shall have power to declare the punishment of treason, but no attainder of treason shall work corruption of blood or forfeiture except during the life of the person attainted. So basically what they're saying, that if you commit treason, doesn't it depend if there's at the time of war, if you get executed or if you get life in prison? Because it does not say that. Okay. Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceeding of every other state. Section 2, the citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states. Okay, so Section 2 is if you commit a crime in one state, and you flee to another state, that's why they have extradition. So now they could drag your happy ass back to where you committed the crime and charge you there. Let's see. Section 3, new states may be admitted by the Congress. Okay, this is before we had all of the states. Let's see. Article 5, yay. The Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments so they can actually add or they can repeal. And see, that's what's scary. If they want to try and repeal the Second Amendment or the First Amendment or the Fourth or Fifth, all it takes is 2/3.
Well, hey, Kim, I posted something, and I posted a TikTok thing in Telegram that the young man is speaking about, I forget what amendment. I mean, I think it was 19 or something, or 14, section something or whatever. You might want to look at. It sounded pretty interesting, only I'm not very good about doing some research stuff, but I know you've been talking about the Bill of Rights and the amendments and the Constitution, and it was very interesting what this young man said, because I'll be honest, I didn't know it. Because if what he read is saying in that TikTok thing is true, then our federal government right now are an enemy of the country.
I know they are.
They're an enemy of the Constitution. And we should be going up against them because, I mean, if things don't change, but I could be wrong. I could have misunderstood what you were saying.
That's why when I find videos, especially on TikTok, that pertain to politics or whatever, I always look them up to make sure what they're saying is true. Because if it's not, I go back and say, hey, you're wrong. Try Google. It's free.
Well, no, he had something. I mean, he had. I don't know if it was the Constitution he had in front of him, but he seemed to have been reading from something. That's why I'm saying, I know you're really into going, but I posted it in Telegram, so when you get a chance, you can listen to it and and take it from there. I also posted a couple of things that I've found or seen or whatever on the COVID vaccines, and they're not from conspiracy nuts. They're actually from people who support the vaccine, who don't think we should be taking it. So, or at least not the way it's being dealt out. That's why I'm saying I'm sharing so that because you said that on the next medical thing or whatever, you were going to talk about
tomorrow night.
Right. You said you wanted to talk about what's in it and everything. And the one guy whose video I'm looking for, actually does go into a little more detail about what's actually in it, because he actually worked on some of them. So, I'm trying to find it to share with you. But again, that 14, I think he said the 14th Amendment. I think he said Section 19 or whatever. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking at the 14th Amendment now. There's only 6 sections to it.
Well,
and what were they saying?
Maybe it was Amendment 7. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I listened to it a couple of times, but I was only half paying attention. That's why I shared it so that you could listen to it yourself and see what he's saying. Because you're more up on this stuff than I am. So what was he saying?
Because the government is not abiding by the Constitution,
correct that they're actually going against the Constitution. He said they cannot force you to take the vaccine. Like right now,
that's the 14th Amendment.
Right. Pelosi is trying to, I think it was Section 9A or something like that. Pelosi is trying to get Biden to make over 40% of the military that do not want the vaccine. She is trying to make him demand that make it that they must take it, even though it's not. It's still considered experimental. And and I think So, and he was saying something about they can't even change. Like the Second Amendment, he was saying every state, all 50 states must agree before they can make any kind of changes to the Constitution. All I know is what he was saying is that I think it was the 14th Amendment and Section 9A or something like that. Is it divided into sections?
There is, but there's only 5. To the 14th Amendment. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and see what it is.
Listen to the TikTok thing, because you like I said, I wasn't listening to it clear. I heard it a couple of times, but I'm not going to lie. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. That's why I'm not repeating it very well, and I don't want to misquote the young man. But I thought it was very interesting and worth passing on to somebody who, like you, would be into looking, into listening to what he has to say and then going and confirming is he right or wrong and, what should we be doing about it? But, or what can we do about it? But it really was pretty interesting. Normally I don't do TikTok. But somebody else shared it. Huh?
I watched the stupid videos. The pet. The.
the naked men that swing their hips in time to the dime.
Yeah. So I did find something about the. It takes 3/4 of the Congress and Senate before they can do anything. They can't. So no matter what Biden says, I don't give a crap about how many Supreme Court justices he has. It takes 3/4 of the Congress and 3/4 of the Senate to change an amendment or an article. So whether you're right, he can't just add. He could try, and I think that's what it has.
He can try all he wants to, but it's never gonna. It will never pass. It won't happen.
Yeah.
They don't have. They might have the majority of the House and Senate right now, but there's still enough Republicans in there, and even Democrats that will not. They won't do it. It won't happen.
Oh yeah. No, it's a 50-50 split on the Senate, and Harris makes 51 if they had to do that. But here's the thing: you're not going to get a majority of the 50 Republicans to side with the Democrats to get rid of the Second Amendment. It's just not going to happen.
I know.
But here's the thing: all 50 states are not going to agree on shit. Why? Because 35 of them are Republicans. I think it's 35 are Republican governors. So I mean, it's not going to happen. And in the case of my state, we have a Democrat governor, but we have Republican House and Senate. All right. Of them. They're all Republican. So they kind of rule. They say, look, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go by. And so that's why she gets pissed all the time. She's just a hateful woman.
Well, no different than our fat fuck Prickster.
So who do you have?
We got
Whitmer's
Prickster.
in Michigan. Huh? Prickster? Is that his real name?
Yeah.
Oh. Lorna, who's your governor? Do you have Whitmer?
Evers.
No, you don't.
Evers.
Huh?
She doesn't even know. What the hell?
I understand. I do too.
I don't even know who my governor is either, and she's a hateful bitch.
I know
Tony
who my
Evans.
governor is.
Hello.
Hello.
He is. Hello. You
Hello?
asked me a question. I'm trying to answer. Tony Evers is our governor.
Oh, Evers.
And he's an idiot.
Okay. Did you
Yeah,
just
he
look
is
that
a
up?
moron. Yeah, she
Lorna,
Googled
did
it.
you just... So
I got Wolf.
Tennessee's got a good governor. He's a
Yes.
He's the one who got rid of transgender sport. Or no, you have to bring in your birth certificate and whatever sex you are that you were born as. That's what sport you play. So he's like, I hate it for you, but if you're a transgender man and you want to play women's sports, that's just tough shit. You're playing in men's sports. What was I going to say? Shit. I'm trying to get my retarded dogs in the house. And I'm bribing him with a cookie's not working. My jumping gazelles. I swear to God. I got to get them in the house. They hate me. So that was it under all of the articles. All of the shit that's going on, like we've been saying, you guys got to call your congressman if it makes any difference, but your senators, tell them to get off their ass and start doing the right thing. You know, because it means our freedom. And I'm sure every one of us have already said, what was it, last year? We said this shit was going to happen, and nobody believed us. Well, some people did, you know. And the only thing we're waiting for right now is pretty much Civil War, Agenda 21. That's pretty much it, what we're waiting for now. Not that we want it to happen. Don't get me wrong. We really don't want it to happen. But, you know, shit can happen. Dang on it. So you guys got anything else for the rest of the show? Shit. Sorry. Do ya?
Blank. Uh-oh. Figures.
Well, this
have
towards
you
the
guys...
end, we're supposed to do something funny. We are at the. It's like 9:34. Usually, you do something funny at the end.
I know. I'm. That's what I'm. I have so many things rattling around in my head, and I'm trying to think because there's some you have to see it. I can't really just say it. Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys watched the debate, the presidential debate last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to watch the one part of the debate? And I am sorry, but you could tell me that he was joking all you want, but the dude's a moron. Where Biden said the reason why we didn't win the Revolutionary War is because we didn't have any airports.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
And everyone, yeah.
Well, I don't remember.
And this is what I was told. They said he was just making fun of Trump.
Bullshit.
No. I call bullshit on that one. Let me see if I could if I can find it. Jeez, I'm all choked to death.
I think I vaguely remember something, but no, that man made too many idiotic remarks.
Oh, you need to find the video of what the hell's his name? He did Good Lord. He does all comedies. He did The Mask. Jim Carrey. He does Joe Biden. And I kid you not, oh my God. What you call it? Hold on a second. Debate. Okay. Okay. I only want that one little bit. Biden said he would. Sorry, I don't type fast enough, but you guys talk. Chit chat.
Talk about what?
I don't care. Hold on. I'm just trying to find this stupid video so I can play it. I can't. I gotta find it. Damn it. And, and all it's doing is showing the whole entire thing. And I want the one, the one part that where it says that we would have won the Revolutionary War had we had airports. We didn't even have freaking planes.
Wait a minute. Didn't we win the Revolutionary War?
Yes, we did. See? How stupid. I'm telling you.
Bobby was in the Revolutionary War. He's that
Your
old.
sister's ass.
He was talking about the South. Wait. He was talking.
Barack Obama. Of course, I also work for President Obama, Vice President Biden, and I know that the problem with your plan is that it leaves 10 million people uncovered. Now, on the last debate stage in Detroit,
wait, I'm trying to see if I can.
Senator Harris brought that up. There was a fact check of that. They said that was true. I grew up with a grandmother who had type 2 diabetes.
Hold on. Julian Castro.
Weather served in the Navy when they had wooden ships with Noah.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, on the Wisconsin battleship, they still had teakwood decks.
We're seeing that right now.
I want to play a clip with you, Joe Biden. Have a look at this.
Do what?
On the USS Wisconsin battleship, it had teakwood decks
Defense Secretary Lloyd
when I served on her.
Well, I can't find it. I'm going to have to find that damn thing and just put it on the page. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss for that idiot. I'm sorry. I don't know what's scarier. Honest to God, I don't. Harris becoming president or Biden staying president with his dementia? In all honesty, what do you think is worse?
That's a hard one. I mean, because here's the thing. Biden's not going to be president much longer. They're going to 25 amendment his ass.
I know, but if they don't, who do you think?
No, they're not. There is no don't. He's going to keel over if they don't. That man, look, he started going up the stairs 3 times.
You know, I fell upstairs, but I was drunk. Okay, in my defense, I was drunk when I fell upstairs, walking up the stairs. But I only did it one time. Shit, I walked 3 flights of stairs, ran across the friggin' the base in San Antonio, drunk as crap, went upstairs to go into formation, change into my PTs for my civilian clothes, stood there, held my little ID card out, and said 38, Sergeant, and because I was number 38,
right.
You know, with a straight face. And Biden can't even walk up the freaking steps to Air Force One, or much less remember where he's at 2 minutes from now. I mean, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I think we might be worse off with Harris, honestly.
Yes, we will. Because he's a senile old man, but he's being controlled by them. But they have to be careful. But once they 25 Amendment his ass or get him out or whatever you want to call it, and she is now in control, and they have the Chinese army backing them, we're fucked.
What do you think, Weathers, if you're still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Which do you think is worse, having him or her?
Oh, both. By far.
So she's controlling him.
No, what I mean
Look,
is...
Hold on. I'm going to get this. I'm going to straighten this right now. Biden is a puppet. He is not one calling the shots.
Yeah.
She and Pelosi and Schumer combined are calling the shots, along with other countries
I think it's Obama.
that are bought and paid for. Obama is part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, they can do anything they want on that 25th Amendment once everybody already knows he's done. He's not calling the shots. I mean, you'd have to have your head up your ass to see this. That he is not the one calling the shots. I'm telling you right now, he is not the one. He can do he didn't even know what he was signing on executive orders. They caught him on a hot mic saying, "What is this?" Just sign it. I mean, he's not the one calling the shots. Two, for people like us that don't agree with everything that they're doing, okay? They can have Chinese, they can have the UN, they can have whoever the fuck they want. But I'm telling you right now, the American patriots, you're going to see an uprising like you've never seen in our lifetime. And we will
if Harris becomes president?
Yes.
I found this article. It's a town hall finance. It says why we should be more afraid of Kamala Harris than Joe Biden. She is by far, and this is the reason why she got 0 votes in the primary. She got not even 1% of the votes because she is so far left of Biden. She's way on the other side. She makes AOC look like, I don't know, a 2-year-old. I don't know with her opinions.
Well, AOC is like a 2-year-old because she doesn't know shit of what she's talking about. She's She's just a puppet and an idiot.
But what I mean is like AOC is like to the left of Biden also. But Harris is like the first one, way out there. And this is what it says. Harris gives voice to a leftist progressive narrative about the importance of equity, equal outcomes, rather than mere equality. So she wants equity over equality.
No. She's lying. She's lying. She doesn't want any of that. She wants to be Castro. She wants to be that guy in charge of the CCP.
No. What equity is one thing. Equality is what you want. She doesn't want equality. She wants equity. No. She wants money. She wants power. She wants it all. But here's the thing.
She wants power.
Yeah.
She wants the power.
Hold on. Where's it at? She says the government should be obligated to treat all citizens equally, giving them the same access to civil rights and liberties like voting, marriage, religious freedom, and gun ownership. A mandate to foster equity, though, would give the government power to violate these rights in order to achieve identical social results for all people. she embraces the label socialist. And her thing is, now this is what she wants, a $40 trillion spending plan over the next 10 years. That's just how far left the Democrats have gone. Harris backs more than 20 times as much spending as Hillary did. And this is not a matter of spending. During her failed presidential campaign, Harris supported a federal government takeover of health care and the Green New Deal. So we're screwed even more. I'd rather have a senile old fart who doesn't know where he's at than compared to this nut job. And here's the thing. It's like the BLM. They praise, oh, we're for black lives. No, you're for black criminals. And the 3 women that own or that started the Black Lives Matter, the head one just bought 4 multi-million-dollar homes on the money she got from donations. From the donations. Yeah, and in a white neighborhood. And here's the thing about Harris. She imprisoned as DA, was it DA or whatever she was in California, she put more black men in prison and longer sentences than any other DA has. But yet she's for equal rights for blacks. And she's the one who convicted more black men. So, I mean, well, like I said, in all honesty, if things keep going the way it's going, we're not going to have an America left. And I think we might end up in a civil war if she takes over, especially with Pelosi. And that's why she needs to be voted out. Or the, whatever. You want to hear a joke? A real funny joke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what the poll is for Biden as president? 60% approval rate.
Bullshit.
That's what I said. That's a joke. I'm like, did they ask you? Because they didn't ask me.
No.
60%.
And the majority of Republicans agree with his immigration plan.
Politico said.
How many of you realize that they're mad right now because they actually have to finish Trump's wall? Did anybody hear about that?
Yeah.
Well, I heard that they were discussing it or filling in the spot, but
yeah, they got to fill in where they didn't finish.
Unfinished it, but not continuing it. I don't see that happening. Or here's the thing. They probably already have enough illegals in here that they don't mind closing it up slowly. You know what I mean?
We're going to have 2 million illegals this year.
Right.
On top of the 30 or 40 million that are already here.
And New York is paying illegals who lost their jobs to Corona and giving them $15,000. But America's, and this is where it's going to fall apart, because like I said, they're kicking our foster kids, Americans who need to be, well, they don't need to be in foster care, but they shouldn't be, but they are, putting illegals in, kicking them out. Our teachers are helping the illegals, but they won't go to school, but they'll go and help the illegals. I tell you what,
I know.
you give me the $79,000 a month to take care of an illegal. I'll take one of the kids. Shit. I'll go upgrade my house, and I'll take Kimberly, a couple of illegal kids.
I'm going to defend teachers right now. Here's the problem. Though there are some teachers that are progressive and crazy, Karens, the majority of teachers really do want to go back to work It is the political umbrella, the union, that is not allowing them to go back to work. That's the problem. A lot of teachers do want to go back to work.
No.
So,
what I'm saying is the teachers that's going to
go in.
The ones that's going to San Diego right now, they don't want to teach their kids. They want to teach the illegals. See, our
you're talking about Karens.
Yeah, our system is so jacked up right now that, like I said, I don't even know where they're getting this crap from and why they want to continue down this path. But and then you get these idiots who want to argue with you that I continue to get Facebook jail, TikTok jail, because I put it simply put it. Look, dude, we don't care about your feelings. Do research for yourself, because I'm not going to give it to you. And, I mean, it's like some of this stuff, they honestly believe socialism is okay. Okay.
That's because they've never lived under socialism, and they have no clue of what it is.
Oh, I know. But most of it's these young kids under 30 that think that's why I said. You should not have any political job until you're over 30 or 35 because you have no common sense whatsoever. And it's like how they tell older, like Gen X and older, they tell us how things. No, that's not how it works. Do you know why we're failing as a country? And honest to God, for many, many years, we're failing as a country because we are discrediting our elder population. Throw them in the nursing home. Let them die. Get rid of people in their 50s and 60s because they're too slow or they're too old or whatever, and giving it to incompetent boobs that eat Tide Pods. But you look at Japan, Korea, all the Asian countries, where it takes a tribe to raise a child, they keep their elders in their home. Even Hispanic families do that. God forbid. They don't put, there's not many Hispanics in nursing homes because they take care of them. We're the only country that likes to throw our, well, no, I take that back. That crazy bitch over there in, not Switzerland, she's over there somewhere, who said that anyone over 65 needs to be euthanized. And this was before COVID.
That was Germany.
So, okay, I knew it was somewhere over there, somewhere. She said that anyone over 65 needs to be euthanized. I'm like, wow. What about your parents?
I think seniors are a wasted resource. We've got 6 minutes.
But that's all I got for tonight, guys. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to go over the COVID vaccines and the side effects, the ingredients. We'll go over the article that Jennifer shared. And like I said, I'm not telling you not to get it, and I'm not telling you to get it. But if you're going to do it, make it an educated decision. Don't just do it because Joe Schmo down the road told you to. So be informed and educated.
Exactly.
We get too many educated idiots running around.
Yeah, don't do it just because you want to be the new kid on the block.
Yeah, I mean, you have to outweigh your choices. See, normally I usually get a flu vaccine. I always have for the last 30 years. But here's the thing: all of those vaccines that I've gotten in the past have all been they went through the clinical trials, they went through everything they're supposed to. It takes 7 to 10 years to go through clinical trials. Believe it, I've already looked it up. This is done in 8 months. So I don't care.
They said.
And I almost died. I almost died the last vaccine I got. I'm done. I'm not getting any more. I don't care what they say. except a tetanus shot. I seem to be okay with that one because I just got one. So
I will never take any vaccine.
Nope.
Especially, I don't mind taking vaccines. Huh?
I won't do it.
Me neither.
I don't mind taking them as long as it went through the whole process and the risk or the benefits outweigh the risk. I'm sorry.
But
if you can survive 99.9%
I don't take
survival.
pneumonia. I don't take none of that bullshit, and I'm perfectly fine.
Well, you
that's
got a good
debatable.
immune system. But see, you got a good immune system. People that I've had one pneumonia shot, and that was 5 years ago. Whatever. You know the only reason why I get the flu shot every year? One, because I'm a nurse, and you have to get one.
You're a
just don't want to
nerd.
be miserable and sick for a few days. That's the only reason why I do it. But other than that, I'm not taking this COVID vaccine. I don't care. They're going to have to kill me. Shoot me in the head. I'm not doing it. So, how much time we got, Bobby? Should be like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yep.
Oh, what a guess.
An hour and 2 minutes here.
Well, that's because you can't tell time.
It's only 9 o'clock here.
It's 8:58 right now here.
Get technical.
It was another great show. Again, as usual, thank you, Kim.
Oh, no problem.
And everybody that was on tonight. We appreciate you participating. God bless you all. God bless America, our troops, first responders, our children, veterans. God bless the Defenders 7. Everybody have a wonderful night.
You too.
Good night.
Good night.